studio, and it's time for us to embark on what you should do this weekend. That's where we turn things over to the one and only Rick Koster to show us what to do. And you've got the night and day in your hand. There it is. By the way, you can watch the video. You can do two things. You can watch the video live as it happens right now.
Yep.
There's a video being shot right behind you. Believe it or not, you can wave to the folks, 949newsnow.com. Or a little later on in the day, you can go to theday.com and see it.
Or both.
Or both.
If you can't get enough.
I've never heard anyone actually say they couldn't get enough.
Well, they get to see us from
weekend,
different angles.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. They've said, I can't take any more.
Yeah.
That's kind of the same thing, isn't it?
Ultimately, we'll have a crew of like 9 different camera angles and a director and editor and that stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, before I forget, we have live lunch break today with the very fine Vincent Tuckwood will be performing. That's at noon, theday.com.
I don't know who that is.
He's a good singer-songwriter.
Okay.
I'll bet your brother knows who he is.
I'm sure he does.
Now, you know what? I do want to say that I was not at Aerosmith last night.
Why?
Well, that's sort of the thing. I feel bad for Bruce Flax, for example, our good pal, because we try to do a representative job of reviewing touring acts wherever they might show up. But people go, hey, I guess you can go to every show. Well, if it was a perfect world, yes, but this happens to be Sailfest week. And on the day.com, we debuted yesterday afternoon a special Sailfest e-magazine. Check it out. It's unbelievable. It covers every aspect. It's like reading a high-color glossy magazine, 18 pages, all sorts of critical analysis, video. Saturday night, we will broadcast the fireworks live from the roof of the Day building. Kathleen Edgecombe and I will sort of host the proceedings, cover it live. Coast Guard bands provided music. But in the 30 minutes before then, we'll have a little intro show. Pete Wappy, Carlos Diaz, and I have put together 8 different pre-produced video segments on all aspects of Sailfest, from carnival food to the rides, the boats, all sorts of stuff. So in other words, it's been a really busy couple of weeks. And otherwise, I would have been at Aerosmith, so I felt bad about not reviewing it. Thank God for Dr. John, who provided ample commentary in my absence. So
there you go.
So yes, Sailfest. What more do you need to say? It's going to be awesome, as always. Friday night on the main stage down there, Walter Wolfman Washington is playing. He's a guitarist, singer-songwriter, R&B dude from New Orleans. One of the best guitarists that's ever come out of New Orleans. For years, he was the band leader for Johnny Adams. And if you don't know Johnny Adams, check it out, along with Aaron Neville, the greatest singer that ever came out of New Orleans. So that's a great show. Now, I would like to point out that Friday at Foxwoods, the theater, not the MGM Grand, Lyle Lovett, the incredible Texas singer-songwriter, is performing. You guys fans of Lyle?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's good.
He's
married to Julia Roberts, right?
I'm a fan.
That's all you take out of Lyle.
I know. Honestly, this is one of those situations where you could put a briefcase full of money on the table and say, name one song. I couldn't do it. Not one.
Man, I should.
Although I could just say Red Truck, because I'm sure he's a country singer, some kind of truck.
He and Robert Earl Keen wrote a song called The Porch Song.
The Porch Song?
Yeah, when they were both students at Texas A&M. But here's the one, if you're going to be looking one up.
Yeah.
That's Right, You're Not from Texas. What a fabulous tune.
Okay, I'll give you that.
So, but also, now, it's all Sailfest, right? This weekend?
Is Sailfest this weekend?
I'm surprised you haven't given us all the set times of the Steve Elci and Friends conglomeration.
What are you saying, Rick?
I'm just saying nepotism is a cool thing.
Yeah.
Listen, here's another non-Sailfest item, because Sailfest is so omnipresent. There's a wonderful author named Ivy Piccata, and she was a Merrill Fellowship resident a few years ago and lived in the James Merrill House in Stonington and started writing a novel called Visitation Street. That novel was actually picked up by Dennis Lehane at his Dennis Lehane Books. It's an incredible book about a missing teenager in the Red Hook section of Brooklyn. She will be Friday having an author's luncheon at Bank Square Books in Mystic. terrific writer, and she was a professional squash player. What do you think of that?
She was married to Lyle Lovett too. I think at one point.
Yeah.
So
She's easy on the eyes.
Is she?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Anyway, but a great talent. So see, that's a nice, varied
yeah.
things that you can do over the weekend.
So
That you just-
if you had to make a pick, where would you go?
I would like to be. Well, I have to be watching the fireworks on the roof. So
Right.
that's a good.
That sounds like a great
you can
deal.
watch that at theday.com.
You're going to be
live.
filming that. So Peter
No,
Walpe will be, what do you mean?
It's live. I mean, you'll be able to see it later. But if you can't get to the fireworks, go to theday.com. We got you covered.
No, in other words, you're going to be filming the fireworks from the rooftop.
As we do, as it happens.
As it
yes.
happens.
Right.
Yeah.
Videoing.
Yeah.
And
What part of that didn't you get? Was that too hard?
Well, when
Was
you
I going
said
too
filming
fast?
it, when you said filming it, I thought
Video.
you meant in
Okay.
like something that would be shown later.
I
but
see.
it's live.
So it's and you're going to be commenting. Are you going to be oohing and eyeing as things happen?
Yeah.
You
Ooh,
can't.
ah.
You can't not ooh and ah at a fireworks.
By the way, I wanted to just say this because we only got about 20 seconds left. The mosquitoes are going to kill you. They're going to eat you up. So make sure you wear protect some kind of a sweat. I wore a sweatshirt last night and 2 sweat jackets when I went out and walked the dog. And they're brutal. Nobody cares about that.
I do. I care.
Now you
I'll
got
be
them all.
thinking
You
of
got them
it.
all depressed now.
Walter Wolfman, Washington, Friday night, 9:00.
All right, everybody.